Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? I know that you all are doing your best to live on value every day. I decided to come out and make this post simply because I would like to express basically what I've been experiencing over the years up to today. All right. I named this post Project BAT is the new Project MK Ultra reboot. Now, for some of you all who are not aware of what MK Ultra is, I would like to take this time to give you a brief understanding of basically what it is, or what it was, I should say. Okay? Now, MK Ultra was an illegal human experiment program designed and operated by the United States Central Intelligence Agency, or we know it as CIA, okay? Which was intended to develop procedures and identify drugs that could be used in interrogations to weaken individuals and force confessions through brainwashing and psychological torture. This project began in 1953 and was halted in 1973, the year I was born. MK Ultra used a variety of methods to manipulate its subjects' mental state and brain function, such as covert administration of high doses of psychotropic drugs, such as LSD, and other chemicals without the subject's consent. Electroshocks, hypnosis, sensory deprivation, isolation, verbal and sexual abuse, as well as other forms of torture were used to abuse individuals to comply to these experiments. MK Ultra was produced by two drug related I'm sorry. MK Ultra was preceded by two drug related experiments, Project Bluebird and Project Artichoke. Both Project Bluebird and Project Artichoke were organized through the CIA Office of Scientific Intelligence and coordinated with the United States Army Biological Warfare Laboratories. The program ended in illegal activities, including the use of US and Canadian citizens as unwitted test subjects. MK Ultra scope was very broad, with activities carried out under the disguise of research at more than 80 institutions aside from the military, including colleges, universities, hospitals, prisons, and also pharmaceutical companies. The CIA operated using front organizations, such as nonprofit organizations that operates within the mental health field and religious organization also. Although some top officials at these institutes were aware of the involvement of the CIA, they all took part of these activities without the care of human life. MK Ultra was first brought to the public's attention in 1975 by the Church Community of the United States Congress and Gerald Ford, who was the United States President Commission on CIA activities with the United States, which was also known as the Rockefeller Commission. Investigative efforts were hampered by the CIA director in those days, Richard Helms, who ordered that all MK Ultra files should be destroyed in 1973. The Rockefeller Commission of Investigation and the Church Committee relied on the small number of documents that survived Helms' order in 1977. The Freedom of Information Act requested uncovered a collection of over 20,000 documents relating to MK Ultra, which led to Senate hearings. Some surviving information about MK Ultra was declassified in July of 2001 and are currently being used against some individuals without their knowledge or consent. Now, Project Artichoke was developed and enacted by the CIA for the sole purpose of researching methods of interrogations. This project proceeded was preceded by Project Bluebird. Project Artichoke officially arose in August of 1951 and was operated by the CIA Office of Scientific Intelligence. The primary goal of the project was to determine whether a person could be involuntarily made to perform an act of attempt assassination. The project also studied the effects of hypnosis, force addictions to, and subsequent withdrawal from a variety of drugs, including morphine and other chemicals such as LSD, to produce anosmia and other vulnerable states in the subjects. Now, unethical human experiment in the US has been going on for quite a long time. There are a variety of experiments which were performed on human test subjects in the United States, which are considered unethical simply because they are performed without the informed consent or the knowledge of the test subjects. Such tests have been performed throughout American history, but some of them are ongoing. These experiments includes the exposure of humans to many chemicals and biological weapons, including infections of deadly or deliberated diseases. Human radiation experiments, injections of toxic and radioactive chemicals, surgical experiments, tests which involve mind altering substances, and a wide variety of other experiments. Many of these experiments are performed on children, the sick, the mentally disabled individuals, and are often under the disguise of medical treatment. And in most of these studies, a large portion of the subjects were poor racial minorities or prisoners. Many of these experiments violated US law. Some others were sponsored by the government agency or rogue elements thereof, including the Center for Disease Control, the United States military, and the CIA, or they were sponsored by private corporations which were involved in military activities. Human research programs were usually highly secretive and performed without the knowledge or authorization of Congress, and in many cases, information about them was not released until many years after the study had been performed. The ethical, professional, and legal implications of this is the United States medical scientific community were quite significant and led to many institutions and policies that attempted to ensure that future human subjects research in the United States would be ethical and legal. For more information on what MK Ultra is, do what I did. Google what was MK Ultra. All right, or you could go to Wikipedia. All right. In my next post, I would give you the scenario in which I have experienced that is similar to what I just spoke on, and the reason why I called it Project Bat. Thank you very much for listening. How you say like, share, and subscribe. And as always, live on value every day. Value yourself before you value anything, because without you, there is no me. Without me, there is no